Welcome back to the sanctuary of stardom, the archive of the extraordinary, and the only place where the whispers of the industry are amplified into crystal-clear conversations. You are watching Mr. Magazine. I am your host, guiding you through the labyrinth of fame, fortune, and the fascinating psychology of the Turkish entertainment world. Before we unravel the digital threads of today's complex tapestry, I must ask you a simple favor. If you appreciate the depth of our analysis and the elegance of our storytelling, please press that subscribe button. For those of you who wish to become the true patrons of our magazine, the join button is waiting for you right below. Your support is the ink in our quill. Also, do not forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is the heartbeat of this channel. Today, we turn our gaze toward a phenomenon that is uniquely modern, yet timeless in its dramatic implications. We are looking at the hit series Eşref Rüya, a production that has captivated millions. However, the drama we are discussing today did not happen in the script, it happened on the glowing screens of our smartphones. A sudden deletion, a mass unfollowing, and a silence that screamed louder than words. Was it a glitch? A farewell? Or a storm in a teacup? And how did the queen of the screen, Demet Özdemir, manage to turn a potential PR disaster into a moment of triumph? Grab your coffee, settle in, and let us turn the pages of this digital mystery. This is Mr. Magazine. Let's begin. In the modern lexicon of celebrity culture, relationships are no longer defined solely by press releases or red carpet appearances. They are defined by the binary code of social media, the follow and the like. It is a fragile ecosystem where a single tap of a finger can ignite a wildfire of speculation. This is precisely the storm that engulfed the set of Eşref Rüya earlier this week. The protagonist of this particular chapter is none other than the talented Demet Özdemir, the actor who breathes life into the character of Girdle. Girdle is not merely a background figure, he is a pillar of the narrative, a character whose fate is intertwined with the emotional core of the series. Therefore, when the audience, those vigilant detectives of the digital age, noticed a sudden shift in Özdemir Instagram account, the reaction was instantaneous and visceral. It wasn't just a quiet exit. It was a digital purge. In a move that shocked the fanbase, Özdemir unfollowed the official accounts of Eşref Rüya. But he didn't stop there. Like a man trying to erase a memory, he proceeded to delete posts associated with the series. For the casual observer, this might seem like a trivial technicality. But here at Mr. Magazine, we know that in the high-stakes world of Turkish television, nothing is ever truly accidental. Or is it? The atmosphere among the fans shifted from admiration to anxiety in a matter of minutes. The questions began to rain down like arrows on a battlefield. Was this a resignation letter written in the language of algorithms? Was Girdle's story coming to a tragic or abrupt end? The silence from the production company in those initial hours only served to amplify the noise. We have seen this script play out before in other projects, a disagreement behind the scenes, a clash of egos, or a contract dispute, often heralded by a social media blackout. The fear was palpable. The audience began to mourn a character who was technically still alive on screen, proving once again how the lines between fiction and reality have blurred in our consumption of entertainment. Let us pause for a moment and analyze the scenarios that the public constructed. The human mind abhors a vacuum. When information is missing, we fill the void with our worst fears. Scenario 1, the narrative guillotine. The most prevailing theory was that the screenwriters had penned Girdle's final chapter. In the ruthless world of television ratings, characters are often sacrificed for the sake of shock value. Fans began to scrutinize recent episodes, looking for foreshadowing, analyzing dialogue for hidden goodbyes. The sorrow was real, a testament to Özdemir powerful performance. Scenario 2, the clash of titans. The second theory was darker, whispering of tension on the set. It is not easy to share the spotlight, the critics murmured. Rumors of disagreements between cast members or friction with the director began to circulate in the dark corners of the tabloid world. Was the harmony we saw on screen merely a facade? Was the family atmosphere often touted in interviews crumbling under the pressure of long shooting hours and high expectations? Scenario 3, the human error. And then, there was the third, often overlooked option, the possibility that a celebrity, just like us, simply wanted to clean up their profile, or perhaps, made a clumsy mistake. But in an era where every pixel is scrutinized, innocence is rarely the first conclusion drawn by the masses. As the creator of Mr. Magazine, I want to ask you, our esteemed audience, when you see a celebrity unfollow a project, do you immediately assume the worst? Or do you give them the benefit of the doubt? I am incredibly curious to hear your perspective on this cancel culture reflex. Please, write your thoughts in the comment section below. Just as the waves of speculation threatened to capsize the ship of Eşref Rüya, the captain emerged from her cabin. Demet Özdemir. A name that carries weight not just because of her beauty or acting prowess, but because of her incredibly high emotional intelligence and media savvy. In a crisis, the lead actor's demeanor sets the temperature for the entire production. If she had remained silent, the rumors would have festered. If she had been defensive, it would have added fuel to the fire. Instead, Demet Özdemir chose a third path, radical calmness and disarming humor. During a glorious launch event for a brand she represents, looking radiant and completely unbothered, I might add, she was inevitably asked about the Necip Memeli crisis. Her response should be studied in public relations courses. She did not issue a formal denial. She did not read from a prepared lawyer's statement. She simply smiled. If something like that were to happen, we would certainly know, she said. A simple sentence, yet loaded with authority. It reminded the press that she is on that set every day. It reinforced the solidarity of the team. But she didn't stop there. She delivered the punchline that dissolved the tension instantly. Even if it was just a small bump, it's because he's a Gemini. With this one sentence, she took a potential professional crisis and reframed it as a quirky personality trait. By invoking astrology, a topic that is universally relatable and inherently light-hearted, she trivialized the drama. She essentially told the world, relax, it's not politics, it's just a mood swing. This is the brilliance of Demet Özdemir. She protects her co-stars while simultaneously controlling the narrative. She is not just an actress, she is a diplomat of the industry. Following Demet's intervention, the fog began to lift. We here at Mr. Magazine have dug a little deeper into the reality of the situation. Contrary to the doomsday scenarios painted by social media, reports from the set indicate that the machinery of Eşref Rüya is well-oiled and functioning perfectly. The filming schedule is proceeding without hiccups. The laughter between takes continues. The chemistry that makes the show a success is still potent. It appears that the crisis was entirely a hallucination of the digital realm, a ghost story told by algorithms. Necip Memeli himself later clarified the situation, aligning with the accident and Gemini narrative. Whether this was a genuine technical slip-up or a moment of impulsive cleaning that he regretted, we may never fully know. However, the result is clear: Girdle is staying. The story continues. The cast remains united. But this incident leaves us with a lingering question about the pressure these artists face. Imagine a world where cleaning your photo gallery makes national headlines. Imagine a world where a misclick can devalue a production stock. It is a high-wire act, and our beloved Turkish actors are walking it without a safety net. Just as the waters were calming regarding the series, Demet Özdemir managed to pivot the spotlight entirely. And this, my friends, is the mark of a true star. While the press was hungry for drama about the show, she fed them excitement about her future. The conversation shifted from "is the show ending" to "is an album beginning?" We all remember the enchanting voice she displayed in the earlier episodes of Eşref Rüya. It wasn't just good for an actor, it was genuinely soulful. When reporters pressed her on the possibility of a professional music career, her answer was a tantalizing, "Why not?" These two words, "why not?" are dangerous. They are the seeds of hope for millions of fans. Suddenly, the tabloids forgot about Necip's Instagram. They began fantasizing about concerts, singles, and music videos. However, Demet, ever the strategist, kept her feet on the ground. She reiterated that her primary love, her first spouse in the world of art, is acting. Acting comes first, she declared. This balance is crucial. She acknowledges her versatility without alienating her core audience who loves her as an actress. It is whispered in the corridors of the music industry that offers are indeed piling up on her desk. Producers are eager to capture that star power in audio format. But Demet is waiting for the right moment. This brings me to a very special question for the Mr. Magazine community. Would you like to see Demet Özdemir release a full pop album? Or do you think she should stick strictly to acting? Perhaps a musical film? I want to see your votes in the comments. Let's create a poll down there. As we conclude this detailed analysis, we must look at the big picture. What happened this week with Eşref Rüya was not a disaster, it was a stress test. And the production passed with flying colors. It proved that the fanbase is passionately engaged, so engaged that they notice a single deleted photo. It proved that the cast has each other's backs, shielding one another with humor and grace. And ultimately, it proved that Demet Özdemir is currently one of the most powerful figures in Turkish media, capable of steering the ship through stormy waters with nothing but a smile and a joke about zodiac signs. The character of Girdle remains. The music of Demet is a possibility on the horizon. And the show goes on. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A story that began with a digital deletion and ended with a musical promise. We have dissected the rumors, analyzed the responses, and looked behind the velvet curtain of the Eşref Rüya set. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Turkish celebrities, please do not forget to support Mr. Magazine. Your subscription is our motivation. Click that bell icon so you never miss a headline. And for those who want to be part of our inner circle, the join button is calling your name. It's the best way to ensure we can keep bringing you these high-quality, independent reports. I am Mr. Magazine, and it has been my absolute pleasure to be your guide today. Until the next scandal, the next success, or the next headline breaks, take care of yourselves, and keep watching.